Hi Nathan, how you doing?
Hi Dan, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. Seen some comments from you in the build up to this fight, just saying you feel maybe you've been underestimated a little bit, that he's a former amateur star, but you've had quite the amateur pedigree yourself.
Of course, yeah.
Why do you feel people are overlooking you a little bit?
It's not that they're overlooking me, it's that they don't know who I am, really, because I've come from the small hall circuit, and he's come off GB and signed by Eddie and Matchroom, so I wouldn't say they're overlooking me. It's just that people don't really know who I am.
Do you think that favours you a little bit, and that you've been on the small hall circuit, you're going into a closed arena situation, if you like, with no fans in attendance? So it's not like him being more used to the bigger stage or anything like that will be an advantage.
I don't know, it is what it is, isn't it? It's a fight. He hasn't really boxed in the big crowds yet, has he? Because when he's boxing in the big arenas and that, he's on early, isn't he? And there's not many people there, so I don't think it's going to be any different for him.
What was attractive about this fight for you? I know without it, you may not have been out this year because there doesn't seem to be any small hall boxing for the rest of 2020. But what was it about Dalton Smith specifically that you thought you could find holes in his game, or you wanted to take that particular fight?
It's not Dalton Smith. It's just I believe in myself. You know, I believe that I'm good enough. So when the fight got put to me, my manager Steve Wood mentioned it to me about it, and I just said, "Look, make the fight happen. If you can make the fight, make the fight." And I'm here now.
Have you seen much of him so far? I know you said a lot of the fans will have left by the time he comes on in the big shows, but I'm sure you've watched him.
Oh yeah, I hadn't really heard of him, to be honest with you, until Steve Wood messaged me, because I'm not really. I do watch the boxing and that, like, but it's on, like, when I come out to the gym and from boxing, I try and just keep family life, you know. But yeah, I watched his last fight against the African kid, and that's all I've seen of him, really. I've heard things about him and what he's done on GB and this, that, and the other, but this is not amateur boxing no more. This is not 3-round fighting.
And just before I let you go, how much does it say to other fighters out there about keeping yourself, in shape, ready to fight, even while the lockdown's been going on? Because a lot of these small hall fighters won't see action for the rest of this year. You've got yourself in a position to be on a big show.
It's just that I keep myself in physical shape for my mental state, you know. It helps me mentally, just to keep in shape. So when the lockdown happened, it was just more time for me to train. I was doing circuits in the house, just conditioning my body, and then I was just out running all the time. It just helps me in life in general, just normal, just helps me mind.
Great stuff. Well, best of luck, obviously, on Saturday night. Looking forward to the fight.
Thanks, Dan. Appreciate it, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Steve, you got any questions, mate? Anyone else want to chip in?
Hi, this is Michelle.
Hi, Michelle.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, sorry. You called this an opportunity of a lifetime. Can you just sort of explain what this moment means for you?
It means a lot, This can change my life, this fight, This can open a lot of doors for me and move on to bigger and better things.
You've also mentioned that you've made the mistake of sort of overlooking your opponents, making assumptions that, it didn't really motivate you to get out of bed. What did you learn from that experience?
A lot, really. I've had 10 fights. The lot. It was the loss that thingy, really. It was just because I knew I was going to win. I just knew inside me I was going to win, and then with that defeat, even though a lot of people and myself think it wasn't a defeat, it was just open my eyes, But in fights like this with Dalton Smith, I've got to be on my game. You know what I mean? And I've trained hard for it. So.
What's this experience been like for you, dealing with COVID, getting the testing done? I mean, in comparison to the last time you fought?
It's strange, because normally you just come up and weigh in and then you're fighting. It's isolating for the day, but I think it's been good for me to just help me relax. It's forced me to relax, to be honest with you. Because you can't do nothing else but relax, can you? In the hotel room, and you can't really. Once we got our COVID results back, you could come out of the room, but there's not really much you can do. So you're just back in your room, waiting for your hot time at the gym.
Yeah, you're sort of stuck in this bubble. So I was going to ask you that. Is that challenging for you to not be able to walk out of your room, or is that something that you normally do prior to a fight anyways?
No, it's something I do prior to a fight. I try and keep myself to myself, try and keep on my own, just stay in contact with my coaches in the room facing. We're always like speaking, you know, on FaceTime, even in the room next to me. But it's a bit strange, but you have to adapt to your surroundings, don't you? And just get on with the job.
You're very early on in your career. Who would you say were your influences, you know, coming up or in boxing?
In boxing, you know, because I'm from Liverpool, I watched the likes of the Smith brothers, Tony Bellew, Derry Matthews. Derry Matthews coached me for my first part of my pro career with George Vaughan, and I used to watch all them growing up as a kid, and all the Smiths, and Joe Selkirk, I watched them all. Tom Stalker, they're all from Liverpool, where I'm from, so that's what gave me the motivation.
So are you an Everton fan or Liverpool fan?
Oh, I'm a Liverpool fan. I'm an Everton fan. My coach is an Everton fan.
You excited about, like, didn't they just win? I don't know much about football.
Yeah, just won the league, first time in 30 years. They won every trophy this year. Champions League, Super Cup, World Club Football, they won everything.
Were you screaming up and down excited?
Oh, yeah, it was made up.
Yeah, it's nice to see that sport's getting back. Lastly, what's been the experience of, like, the setup there at Matchroom HQ? Have you been able to sort of walk around and see how everything looks?
I haven't been over to the fight camp yet, but I've been in the hotel, the gym, and and it's great. It's brilliant what they've done. You know, it's been dead easy. Like, it's been easy enough to do with this COVID. It must have been hard for them to set up and get it all right and that. But for me, it was just easy. You know, you got your test and the security took you to your room, and then you come round in the morning and give you your results. So it's been quite relaxing for me. Like, I can't say the same for them, but yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for your time. I wish you all the best.
I appreciate it.
Can I just ask one more as we've moved on to football? And I wasn't expecting it, but I'm a big Liverpool fan myself. I just wanted to ask you, who's your favourite player from the current team and why?
MANÉ.
And why MANÉ?
I just think if he wasn't in the team, I just don't think we'd be as good. And Alexander-Arnold and Robinson, them two as well, you know. You can name a lot of players.
You can say you're going to do the whole 11.
Yeah, it's hard. Van Dijk as well.
Good stuff. All right, appreciate it.
Thanks, Dan.
Hi, Nathan.
How are you, mate? Okay?
Hello, it's Steve from Boxing UK. I'm the token Evertonian here.
Oh, don't worry, my coach is an Evertonian. He gets leaded every day.
Oh, good man. All I was going to ask is, it's a very different fight week to what you're normally used to, mate.
Yeah,
what's the plans between now and Saturday?
So we had the media. So we were in our room all day yesterday for 15 hours till this morning, really. And then today I had this media booked in at 2 o'clock, and then I've got the gym booked in at 8 o'clock tonight, just a few sharp pads, stuff like that. And then tomorrow's the press conference, I think. And then, tomorrow's press conference, and then I'll do another gym session in the night time when my slot's available. Another few, just staying sharp, really. And then weigh-in day Friday, and then fight night Saturday.
Good
So
man.
trying to relax as much as possible, Steve, really.
No Chicago Town pizzas yet?
No. My coach, I come out the room this morning, there was a Chicago Town pizza boxing outside my room. My coach had been on it last night. Devastated.
Good man. Nathan, best of luck on Saturday, mate.
Steve, appreciate it, mate.
Take care.
Thank you.